Since the dawn of Hollywood, young female celebrities have been the subjects of intense scrutiny. The rise in celebrity culture in the 90s and 2000s, coupled with the rise of the internet and social media, have resulted in a never-before-seen era of hate. My name is Dakota Sage, welcome to my channel, and today I will be defending multiple young female celebrities from the hate that they have received on the internet. Just a disclaimer, I'm not really trying to change your opinion. You can dislike anybody you want for really any reason. I just want people to think more critically about why they do not like these celebrities. If you don't know Millie Bobby Brown, she's an actress most well known for her role as Eleven in Stranger Things. From around 2016 through 2019, the hate around Millie centered around the fact that she was considered annoying. Compilations of her co-stars allegedly hating her and other alleged proof that Millie is rude gained traction.
Max should be like her mentor in a way of just living a girl's life.
Show her how to be a real girl.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
11.
Yeah.
Was Millie annoying in those videos? Yeah, but she was also 13. I was annoying at 13, you were annoying at 13. If you're not 13 yet, you will be annoying. I don't think it's fair to hate her because she was a little overexcited in interviews, and I think that the public just absolutely attacked this child. The only other real hate that ever gained traction from Millie Bobby Brown was her love life. She dated guys like Jacob Sartorius and this other guy that should be in jail, but recently she's announced her engagement to Jon Bon Jovi's son, Jake Bon Jovi. When the two announced their engagement in 2023, the internet went ballistic. Because Millie was so young, hashtags like #She'sOnly19 started trending on Twitter. People might ask me why I feel the need to defend her on this because she is young and her brain is not fully developed, but to counter, I say this. It's none of your damn business. Aside from the fact that we truthfully don't know much about any celebrity relationships, Millie and Jake are already very private. On top of that, the two have a lot of money, which is a primary stressor for young relationships, so I think that they're going to be okay. I understand why people are confused and kind of concerned for Millie because she's so young and because of her past relationships, but I do think that everyone should respect their decision and wish them the best. Charli D'Amelio, the Gen Z icon, the queen of TikTok, the literal punching bag for the internet. Charli, along with her sister Dixie and others like Addison Rae, were part of the TikTok boom of 2019 that sent ordinary people into massive stardom within weeks. Charli's a pretty girl who dances, and that's pretty much it. She's amassed over 150 million followers on TikTok. Yes, there have been some missteps by her PR team, and she has done things that she should be called out for, but aside from that, there is nothing to suggest that Charli is a bad person. So why does she get so much hate? Easy. People are jealous of her. I kind of see why Charli got so famous. She's pretty, she's good at dancing, and most of her videos can be enjoyed regardless of language barrier, which is something that we see in a lot of really famous TikTokers. I don't have TikTok, but if I did, I probably would follow Charli and probably Cabby Lame too, because I think it's actually cool that they have so many followers. So to me, it's like, okay, might as well just give them one more. I think a lot of people kind of think like I do, and they're like, oh, it's pretty neat. Okay, well. Charli and others gained millions of followers and millions of dollars doing something pretty much anybody could do, which is make TikToks. Because of this, a ton of people online started saying that they didn't understand why Charli was famous and even that she didn't deserve it. This jealousy led to one of the most insane hate trains
The toxic gossip trend
I've ever seen on the internet, and I didn't even realize it at the time. All influencers get a ton of hate, but Charli's comment sections were literal minefields. Her comments started out with people questioning how she got so famous because she really wasn't doing anything extraordinary. Then that kind of turned to, she's really not that pretty. And then all of a sudden people were like, you're so effing fat and ugly, I can't stand the sight of you. Which is really a crazy thing to say to someone. It's crazy I can't even imagine typing that out, let alone saying it out loud to someone. And it wasn't even one comment, it was a lot. A lot of her comments were saying that kind of stuff. Even if people were actually that bothered by the way she looked, just scroll past the TikTok. Don't look. Go outside, get a job, be a productive member of society. You don't have to watch her videos. On top of that, you could leave the most heinous, nasty comment on someone's TikTok video, and TikTok will read it as engagement and boost that creator more. I'm sure it was easy to assume that because I'm talking about Charli, I was eventually going to mention her boyfriend Landon Barker, specifically the whole Landon-Charli chase thing that happened, I guess it was a couple years ago now. Last year? 2 years ago? Time is fake. So basically, Charli was dating this guy Chase. Chase and Landon were seen kind of hanging out a couple times. Sometime later, Charli and Landon started dating, so the only logical explanation is that Charli is a homie hopping whore. I know this because the fact that she seems to have a type, the idea that maybe Landon and Chase weren't that close, or the fact that Landon might have pursued her first are all irrelevant compared to the fact that it's illegal to know two boys at once. I don't really get why people made such a big deal out of this. Maybe Chase was hurt, I'm sure he was, I don't know. But the same with Millie and Jake, we don't actually know anything about their relationships. Not to throw Landon under the bus, but if the problem was actually that he and Chase were friends, like, I think that he would have gotten the hate instead of Charli. They just wanted to call Charli D'Amelio a slut. I'm like 99% sure. Anyway, I'm actually a Charli stan. You know why? Because you, that's why. Jenna Ortega got a lot of hate online, and I think most of it came from just how quick she got famous. Jenna had been famous for years, but I think a lot of people didn't know her that well. Then after seeing her on Wednesday, her popularity exploded in like 2 weeks. She gained like 20 million or something Instagram followers during this time. Every interview she was doing was going viral, and she genuinely just seemed well liked by people. In my honest opinion, the show Wednesday really wasn't that good, so promotion had to put a lot of weight on Jenna Ortega, and soon it kind of got annoying. The hate came in soon after that, everything she said was studied under a microscope, and people didn't worship her like they did when the show first came out. Soon after, people kind of recognized that Jenna was an actual person instead of a robot. She went from an obsessed over public figure to a respected actress, and the hate train was kind of over. Hailey Bieber got a lot of hate, like a crazy amount for what is based on speculation. Now, I'm not condoning bullying or shading people online or anything, but nobody actually knows what happened. We don't know if Hailey was being mean to Selena Gomez on TikTok. There might be evidence for it, but it was never confirmed. But to tell this woman to kill herself or this, that, and the other thing is so crazy. I can't believe people actually say that. What's also crazy is that people are finally waking up to how terribly Justin Bieber was treated in his youth, and yet they turn around and say the same things to his wife. It's so sad that Hailey actually says that she wants kids right now, but she won't have them because she's scared that they will get hate. These kids, these babies.
FBI, open up!
Please go outside. Please go outside. It's raining here right now, but you can still go outside. Feel the rain on your skin. Because no one else.
Cut the cameras. Dead ass.
When I get 10 views on this video, and I'm gonna be like, oh my gosh, why didn't it do better? That's why. Again, same as with Millie and Jake and Charli and Landon, we do not actually know anything about Hailey and Justin Bieber's relationship. Leah Jeffries is 14 years old. Let me just start there. This is the one that actually makes me the most angry. There's no jokes about it, nothing. I'm actually appalled by the way that this little girl was treated. Only thing that Leah has gotten hate for is the fact that she's a black actress cast as a character that was originally white. Leah was cast as Annabeth Chase in the new Disney Plus version of Percy Jackson, but let me put something in perspective real quick. Book Percy, series Percy. Book Grover, series Grover. Book Luke, series Luke. Book Clarice, series Clarice. Book Chiron, series Chiron. Book Zeus, series Zeus. Book Annabeth, series Annabeth. Only one of these people got hate for their casting. I've been a fan of these books for the better part of a decade now, and I understand people being like, it's hard for me to see these actors as their characters because I'm so used to how they're described in the book, but that is not what people are saying. They are attacking a little girl for not looking like the character she was cast as when literally none of the rest of the cast looks like their character. I don't know if they expect her to be like, wow, I'm so excited to play Annabeth Chase, let me just... The author of the book actually told her to just remember that no matter what anybody says, he picked her, which is very sweet, but also so sad. Almost as important, I think that Leah Jeffries is a really good Annabeth Chase. Dakota, why does your opinion matter? Because I can fight. I can fight. Can you? I would not only go to bat for Leah Jeffries, I would literally go John Wick against every single one of her haters and win. Now, I saved Rachel Zegler for last because she's been in the most heated controversies lately. To be honest, I can't really defend everything she said, and I do understand why people would be upset with her, but we'll get there in time. Most of the backlash that Rachel Zegler received pertains to the fact that she was cast in the live-action Snow White and her comments about the movie. Right off the bat, talent-wise, Rachel Zegler is a fantastic choice to play Snow White. Regardless of what your opinion is of her, she is a good actress and she's a very, very talented singer. Rachel has probably one of the most Disney princess-ass voices I've ever heard in my entire life.
I feel pretty, oh so pretty, I feel pretty and witty and bright, and I pity any girl who isn't me tonight.
Initially, most of the hate was because Rachel is Latina, playing a traditionally white character, but since some of her comments have resurfaced, this kind of changed the tide a little bit.
I just mean that it's no longer 1937, and we absolutely wrote a Snow White that is
not going to be saved by the prince.
She's not going to be saved by the prince, and she's not going to be dreaming about true love. She's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be. The original cartoon came out in 1937, and very evidently so. There is a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her.
Yeah.
Weird. So we didn't do that this time. It's really not about the love story at all, which is really, really wonderful. And whether or not she finds love along the way is anybody's guess until 2024. All of Andrew's scenes could get cut. Who knows?
First of all, I do understand why people are upset because Rachel does come off as ungrateful for the original movie. She implies the remake is necessary because the original is obsolete. But people need to realize that Rachel didn't write the new movie. She's just the actress in it. Even if she loved the original movie, she still has to parrot the ideas of the new one. Any actress or actor cast in this movie is going to say essentially the same thing. Next, I want to address Rachel's tone of voice. People thought she came off as abrasive, and they just literally did not like the way that the words were coming out of her mouth.
Weird. So we didn't do that this time.
It does seem that Rachel went through some sort of PR training to kind of calm that down a little bit, but I think that there's actually a reason why she came off this way other than her people just thinking that she's annoying. Rachel is from North Jersey, meaning that she's going to speak in the harsh way that other Northeasterners do. I'm from the Philadelphia area, so I feel like it's easier for me to distinguish between someone being arrogant and abrasive and just having this type of speech pattern. I don't know. My next point is that Rachel Zegler is a theater kid. We all know theater kids. They like the attention on them. They like the spotlight. They want people to talk about them. She probably didn't want people to talk about her in this way, but she still was trying to gain attention. I truly and honestly think that Rachel Zegler was trying to be charismatic and funny in these interviews and just completely missed the mark. The first thing that made me realize this, and I'm sorry I can't find the video, but in the video, a guy was at the Hunger Games premiere and he was like, "Girl, you ate, look at her dress," which I actually did really like her dress, but I swear on anything this is exactly what she did. No, I didn't eat, because it's the Hunger Games. And the guy had to like pretend to laugh after that. But after seeing that, the dots started like, you know, connecting in my head a little bit. The irony is that Rachel Zegler is actually pretty funny on social media. She often comments on people's Instagrams for Hunger Games fans, and all her comments are funny. They're all enjoyable. She's just not good at making stuff up on the fly.
Though I am an actor and being on the spot is quite literally my job, I get very nervous and my palms start to sweat. So we're gonna have to check at the end of the video just how sweaty my palms get.
Now, as I said before, I do understand why people will be a little turned off by Rachel because of these interviews, but it's not their comments that are bothering me. The rumors about this girl have been ran with. I see people all over the place saying she's been fired from Snow White, that she's been blacklisted, that she's gonna make some video like calling out Hollywood. I don't know, just stuff that nobody has any evidence for. And on top of that, nobody's like come to her aid to help her. Rachel's Hunger Game co-star Tom Blythe came out and defended her some on social media, but nothing from Disney, nothing from other studios she's worked with, and nothing from other co-stars. It's crazy that I'm defending her while people that she actually worked with are staying silent to save face. I would get new friends, Rachel, sorry. Rachel can be very good with the public. She has a very close relationship with the Hunger Games fans. Like I said earlier, I saw her interacting a lot with them on Instagram, which I think is really nice and probably completely made their day. But when it comes to Snow White fans, I think that relationship is already severed, and the best thing for Rachel's career is to try to disassociate herself from the movie. And I have a sneaking suspicion that Disney already knows that Snow White's gonna flop, and they're not saying anything to defend Rachel because they want people to think it's her fault instead of just admitting that the movie wasn't good. For my my final thoughts, I want to start out by saying that you don't have to like any of these people. While I do agree that it's important to call celebrities out when they do something wrong, trying to destroy someone's career or mental health for shits and giggles is not okay. Take it from someone who's an asshole and a self-admitted hater. Sometimes it's best to just shut up and move on. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And as always, have a great rest of your day.
I couldn't say that.